Hello everybody, this is Blind Gamer 102 with the Blind Gamer crew, Ramses and Joe, because Sergio's a hoe and doesn't want to come over here, and I'm playing the Stanley Parable. At the request of Ramses, I did not check any of this game out, although I really wanted to. Apparently it's just better not to do that, so here we go.
Make sure just follow everything he tells you to do, alright? Just do everything he tells you to do, just do it.
Okay, got it.
Alright?
Everything he tells me to do. Everything. What if he tells me... Never mind.
No, do it. Even if he tells you to kill yourself, do it.
He tells you to go to the glory hole, you do it.
Wait, do I have to... Do I
Yes,
get...
you have
Be
to
the one...
sign
No!
it.
No, I don't want to be the one on the knees. I want to be the one receiving from the glory hole. This is where I want to go. So...
Loading part out.
Yeah. Yeah, Ramses is going to do all the editing for this video, so yay to him. Yeah, kudos to Ramses, because Ramses has the same editing program as I do. Thanks to him, I got it, because he bought it for me. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Because he's a great guy. Damn, this like loading takes forever.
We'll edit this.
Okay, it's almost done.
It does take a while.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I do too. It's like
Employee number 427's job was
Disney-esque.
simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Oh shit.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Until now.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Yeah.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, controller said game. Let's... wow, this game's glitchy as fuck. Holy crap.
Oh, 'cause I'm doing it.
All of his co-workers were
The recording.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. Where is meeting room? This way? Yes.
Should've turned on the graphics on this.
Glitchy game. Yes. Indeed. Wait, are we going here? Is this where we're supposed to go? I don't
When
know.
Stanley
Oh,
came to a set
yes.
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go right. No, let's go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Well, this
Feeling
is...
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, logically that door's closed, so you gotta go this way. Oh, but that was creepy. I think so. That's why I did a double take. Alright, up the...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm so tempted to go down. No, I gotta go up. He told me to do everything the little voice told me to do. Yes. Shut up, you. This is my boss's office. It looks kind of ramshackled, no?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Me.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I see what you did there. It's telling me to go put in the pin. I got it. Let's go put in the pin.
It's on the wall.
Oh, behind you?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, so we just click, right? Oh, that's a 5. Whoops.
Just mess it up now.
2845.
I got it! You stupid narrator, shut the 2 8 Shut up! 4 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yes, luck.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Newly opened passageway. Why am I not seeing this? I'm blind. Oh, left. Ah, newly opened passageway. Are head crabs gonna come at me? It's like Half-Life 2.
That'd be cool.
Do I have to go in here?
So what's the red button?
I want to push it though. Can I push it? Can I push you? I can! Oh shit! Sorry, I'm a little on edge because I've been playing a lot of horror games lately, and yeah. And another fucking epically long loading screen of
This is kind of a horror
death.
game.
Is it? Oh
Whoa.
fuck!
It's not really a horror, but
It's like thriller.
It's
It's a logic based.
mind fuck.
yeah, basically.
Oh boy.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Everybody has
Or,
that.
or a Morgan Freeman voice.
Dude, that'd be amazing. I can.
It's literally boring. Yeah, really. And
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I can smell you. Oh, mind control facility. What are we gonna find in here? Controlling of the minds. What the fuck?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
It's the
Stanley
Matrix.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Is this thing gonna cave under me? Okay, which one do I press? That one? Guess I gotta push the other one. Process of elimination, people.
Now the monitors
Holy
jumped
shit.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This is making it really hard for me to see. This sucks. I bet you everybody's in the comments. I could still see. Screw you, dude. I'm
This
blind.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh.
No, he refused to believe it. He
No.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
This is
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I've been blind to the world since birth. So yes, I have
Here was
been.
the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle the controls. How does one go about doing this? I did not see no attack button. Yeah, I know. Just saying, guys, like, even though it may take me 5 hours to figure this out, I'm pretty sure it took them.
I sure hope it does not take you that long.
Push buttons randomly. We need time cards. Hello, scene. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. You're funny, you dick.
When I said that, I don't think I said that until I said that.
My
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I wonder what this is. No. Well, you see. How long is this game?
We'll find out right now.
It's over, isn't it?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
It is the Matrix.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Oh.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Alright guys,
Freedom
thanks for
was
playing,
mere
thanks for watching.
moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
I don't
But
like
happiness.
this at all.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go.
I hear laughter
what to
behind
do,
me.
or how to feel.
We both know.
Whatever
No
life
shit!
is, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Yeah, it's
It
quite a
was
shit.
perhaps the only
Oh,
thing
so
worth
pretty.
knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I should have watched this.
Stanley felt the
On
cool
YouTube.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Yes, you guys are
the
dicks.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I swear, if it's a jump scare, I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of you guys. I will literally.
Achievement.
Yay! That you have already gotten before.
I've never actually been in the game.
Wait. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh. Ugh, the wall. Sorry, there's no commentary here because I'm just really trying to figure this game
When
out.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now you're on
Oh, well, fuck. I hate when people give me decisions because they're difficult.
Well, you already know what the level is.
Maybe.
Remember that stairs? But you still haven't gone to this right marina.
Stop doing psychology on me. I'm a psychologist, you dick. Screw it. I'm making my own decisions. Fuck you guys.
Actually, you're following his decisions.
No. I'm
Yet
not.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
Shut the
up to
fuck
his
up.
boss's
Listen.
office, hoping he might
Yeah.
find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically
I
behind
was like,
him
what?
wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't
What?
actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Not cool.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Okay.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was
This
in
is getting
control, that this
dull.
was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on
So
his back,
dull.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Oh, I know, it's great. Freaking.
I am okay.
It's great. Great commentary.
You're playing. Commentate.
Well, I'm playing, but the thing is, what
Stanley began
sucks about it...
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, great. Yeah, nice game.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there,
This
staring down at
narrator
the body.
is stealing my commentary.
And then she turned and ran.
Loading screen, loading screen. This is... Okay. Okay. Back to it. You know what? I think this game has... No, it has deeper meaning. It's like the presence of sanity over like what's real, what's not. So it's
All of
just
his
like
co-workers were
fucking
gone.
crazy as
What
shit.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
There
the
is no
memo.
definition of crazy. Cause any crazy is subjective. So it's like, yeah, I could think you're crazy for playing video games, but then again, you can think I'm crazy for not playing video games. So it's just subjective. Therefore, this game is subjective. So it's just different. There's really no real meaning to it, I suppose. Great game though. I'm liking it so far.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct
Okay.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just want to see what's going on. I'm not even freaked out or
Yes,
anything.
truly a room worth admiring. It
I
had
was
really
before.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's amazing. Oh man. Can I jump off here and kill myself?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
shit.
your trust,
I can
but
fall
in
off.
his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, see, this is why you need a PC. Not as great. Yeah. Well, I don't really have time to be playing this over and over and over again. It's not the same room.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
See, you guys were just laughing at me because I didn't know how to play. Yet now it turns the tables because Ramses is like, wait, what the fuck did you just do? I know, right? No thanks. Let's see. Do it! Let's see.
When
Oh.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Shut
and Stanley knew
up!
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
This
just
game will
to
make you go
admire it.
insane.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, shut
this
up.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley
Deja
took
vu.
the first
It's
open
like-
door on his left.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
No, it's
gotten off on
different.
the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Well,
I
yeah.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
No, it's funny
This is it,
because
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
well, yeah. Wow. Well then. Okay, that kind of scared.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Nope. 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 Oh, okay. Well, I can just wait then. It's like- Oh yeah.
Don't tell him. Ah. Don't tell him. I like the other part.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh,
I wasn't gonna answer it.
Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Okay.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
Oh
How had I
man.
not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I
No,
won't have
I
that
didn't
kind of
grasp.
risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Great.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No. God
Choice.
damn it.
It's the best part of being a real person.
Oh my
But
gosh.
used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario,
This is
a
ridiculous.
hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years
He could.
trying to improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
This is ridiculous.
Or he could systematically
This is so-
set fire to every orphan living
I
in a
love it
30
too, but
kilometer radius of his house.
it's just so
Which
stupid.
choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
What?
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an
Thought?
excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
My goodness. Is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack. It's a mind fuck. Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making
What the hell is
process.
he doing?
Most medical professionals recommend
Oh,
making at
yes.
least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh, fuck me.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Nope. 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 Why are you guys laughing? Nope. Like a mouse hole I can crawl through or something?
You chose your clear
It's like a choose your own adventure title. What the hell? That was...
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh, no.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Damn it.
That story would make no sense at all.
Damn it!
Just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Ah, fuck. Can't jump off the platform. Stupid game can't jump. What kind of game you can't jump in? Yes. Quite right. Quite right. I'm gonna make the opposite thing of what he says. I'm gonna make the opposite choice. Unless I deem it
You'll
worthy.
take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take the door. I don't want to take the door on the left. Nope. Nope. Can I take another door?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope, I don't.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I hate the fact that my so-called partners back here are like, he has no idea, does he? Makes you think that something stupid's gonna happen. Can I open this door? Damn it.
told you should be paid.
No, shut up. Nobody wants to hear your thoughts now. Can I? I don't want to make the decisions he's telling me to make. No, I don't. Shut up. I don't have to do anything. I can stop playing this game.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
Yes.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
Good.
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely?
Yes.
To willingly
Yes, it
destroy
is.
all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Yes, yes you do.
I have to.
Yes. Do it. Do it. There we go. What in the fuck?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Okay, Stewie.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had
Yes.
to see? Didn't I impress
I
upon you
can't
how
see.
important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
No, there's not.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh,
And you're a dick.
my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There
Really?
was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
Close my
I
windows,
worked
please.
so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
What?
That means choosing responsibly
What?
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is it off yet? Really? Why do you
No!
do
Why
that?
did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
What? To
Behave
piss you
exactly
guys
as
off.
Stanley
That's how I'm
would.
doing it.
That means choosing responsibly
having to
and
go through
always
this
putting the
thing
story
freaking
first.
Xavier.
Yes, you are. You're here with me, you idiot. You're here with me, so you're going to the same
All right.
thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
I'm gonna
open
do it
doors,
again and
he
again.
entered the door on his left.
All right, let's see. Let's see about that. I'm tired of your reverse.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Actually, not reverse psychology.
Behave
Non-reverse
exactly as
psychology.
Stanley would.
We'll try it
That
once
means
more.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
I know, right?
When Stanley
It's
came
great.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll try this. I'm gonna go here again. I just don't care, guys.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Fuck.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting
Alright,
the
alright.
story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Because you're
All right.
smart.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Here we go. Okay, enter the door on the left. Are you happy now, you damn narrator, you piece of shit?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The way that I play it. Oh, it's blocked off.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Man, dude, what? in the- I can't move my mouse any farther than this, so it's like ridiculous. I guess I have to.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh boy.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to
This
face the
whole
unknown.
game,
He
and
drew
you
a sharp
decide to
breath
check out the panda
and
with the
then
gun
spoke
to
the
its head.
code.
The whole game. Night Shark. Hurry up.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115.
Oh,
He spoke it into the
whoops.
receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. I did. I got it.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes!
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, I didn't.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it?
Nope.
But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He
This is
knows
great.
what it means to take a story seriously.
Yeah, dude.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Hey, speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
You're a dick! I've been telling you this forever.
When he came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need
Well,
you to
I've been
step
trolled
forward, please.
by these two faggots behind me.
Do something.
So,
This is more
thank you guys for
important than
watching.
you can ever know.
Me getting trolled
I need this.
by the Stanley Parable, because I was not able to watch this, although, in my defense, if Joe wouldn't have watched this, he would have done the same fucking thing as me. Because me and Joe are just alike. So,
I can wait. You need
yeah.
time to decide. Time to make
This
sure your
game
choice is correct.
goes on one of the shit lists of my lifetime. I've been trolled a lot.
It's a bad game.
No, this game is amazing. However, this is just telling you, like, I swear to God,
It's one big troll game.
it is one big troll game.
That's what I love about
It literally never.
I should have known by the title of. No, I know. I've told, like, I read the thing and it said Stanley will make a choice, Stanley will not make a choice, and then it says the game will end, the game will... I should have known it was a freaking troll game. I should have known that. I've heard of the Gary's mod, but this is ridiculous. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Again, I've been trolled, so feel free to laugh and post your stuff in the comments, and make sure you leave us a rating, because it gives me a warm feeling in my heart. And Ramses is going to show me something, so let's check this out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wow.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration
Oh my...
and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I'm sick of this game. I'm done here.
Press yes then. Or else if you press like and stuff there.
Oh, I gotta get closer.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want.
Of course,
like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh no, we're done. We're done. Bye.